Alon, Wasalan, you with the nasty pastor, and I'm back with another chapter read from Ramses, Volume 1, Series 1. The title is The Son of Light. You know, that title is something very, not enlightening, but it tells you something. You feel what I'm saying? It really do. That word light, you know what I mean? It gives you an understanding of the sun. It gives you an understanding that this man, you know, if you get the history, the culture, you know, it tells you they prayed to the devil. You get what I'm saying? It tells you they prayed to what I feel, what my research, what connecting dots have proved that is hell. You get what I'm saying? It's hell. You get me? So I don't want to pray to nothing that has been given. That would be the right way to say it. That has been given dominion. That has been given authority over hell. I just don't. I don't. I get whom we pray to, the supreme creator, the demiurge, formed and built hell. But that's just like you venturing out, finding a piece of land. You get me? Finding a piece of land that you can make a town, that you can make a city, and you already contemplate knowing there will be crime. It's an ignorant person to forge a town, a city from scratch and not have a place of confinement for the criminal acts that are going to take place. So I can't fault whom we pray to for building a hell, because if the supreme being is the all-seeing, all-knowing, tomorrow is already showed. Tomorrow is already scripted. Tomorrow is already paved. We're just walking in it. You feel what I'm saying? We are vessels walking in it. And I really, you know what I mean? I really believe the demiurge has sat there and said, well, this is a test. This is a fork in the road. Prove me wrong. And how many of us have proved the demiurge wrong? It's hard to do when you all seeing, all knowing. You get me? Look, you with the nasty pastor, and we're gonna dive into chapter 17. Day and night, the river patrol controlled traffic in the northern harbor of Memphis. Arrivals and departures were strictly regulated to prevent accidents. Each vessel was identified and made to wait if no berths were available. The officer in charge of the main canal kept watch almost absent-mindedly. At lunchtime, the traffic slowed. From his white sun-baked tower, the patrolman surveyed the scene, not without satisfaction. The Nile, the canal, the green to the north that marked the start of the delta. In less than an hour, when the sun began to descend from its zenith, he would go home to the southern suburbs to enjoy a much-needed nap, then play with his children. Come on now. How many of y'all come home from a hard day of work, lay it on down, catch you some rest, and get yourself prepared for your babies? You get the structuring in that. It ain't always wise to come home from work and go straight at your kids, because there's some baggage you ain't even leave at work. A lot of y'all don't even know how to leave baggage at work. A lot of y'all don't know how to do that. And some of your emotions are trickled where? Into your kids, right? Because they might be on their rebellious moment. They might be in their rebellious day. It might be the day that you're fed up with any back talk, any goofiness, anything, right? Get you a reset and then go deal with your babies. His stomach grumbled. He munched on water much on wafer bread stuffed with fresh greens. His work was more tiring than it appeared. It required great powers of concentration. All at once, a strange apparition. At first, he thought it was a mirage, the summer sunlight at work on dark blue water. Forgetting his snack, he fastened his gaze on the incredible little craft threading between two barges laden with wine jars and sacks of grain. A papyrus rowboat, all right, with a champion oarsman going at a furious clip. These light skiffs were not ordinarily seen outside the watery maze of the delta. More important, this one was not on his list of the day's authorized arrivals. The patrolman flashed a mirror signal to the emergency squad. 3 fast boats manned with crack rowers maneuvered to intercept the skiff. Soon, 2 guardsmen escorted Prince Ramses ashore. I set the fair, vented her fury. Why won't Ramses see me? I have no idea, replied Amunah, the back of his head still bandaged. Is he ill? I hope not. Has he mentioned me? No. You could be a bit more informative, Amunah. It's not in my job description. I'll be back tomorrow as you like. Can't you try to be helpful? I'll be glad to. I'll be glad to reward you for letting me in to see him. My salary is more than adequate. The young woman shrugged and left. Amunah was puzzled. Since his return from the Delta, Ramses had shut himself up in his room and refused to talk. He picked at the meals his friend brought into him, reread the sage Ptahhotep's maxims, or stayed on the terrace gazing at the city and the pyramids of Giza and Saqqara in the distance. Now, you understand this book right here, the teachings of Ptahhotep. This was giving throughout the times, the ages, with each family that probably ruled on that throne. You get what I'm saying? That probably ruled on this throne. This is the instructions. You get what I'm saying? These instructions, how to pray, how to worship, how to walk in life, how to govern your people. These are instructions. You feel what I'm saying? This is a guide or tool. You get it? So I say this to you, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying you kiss a hotel anal. I'm not saying that to you, but if you know a hotel out here, you respect them. You respect them. You get it? You understand? Because see, these laws and these ways of this country, the foundation, the structuring, the fruit of this country, it comes from us. It comes from us Kemites. You understand me? While unable to engage the prince's interest, Amunah still informed him about his latest discoveries in the counterfeit ink case. The scraps of documents found at the deserted factory left no doubt that it belonged to a highly placed person employing quite a few workers, but beyond that, Amunah had run into an impenetrable wall of silence. Watcher had covered his master with sloppy kisses and stayed by his side every minute. Afraid of losing Ramses again, playfully alert or curled up at the prince's feet, he kept a constant watch. Now we're going to end this reading right there, and we're going to get back into what I said about these hoteps and about the structuring of America. You know, I'm older than if we have some young people viewing, I'm older than you. I'm 55 years old. You know, I grew up in a time America was very fruitful. America was coming out of racism, and the black community was at a lift. You feel what I'm saying? A big lift. Big lift. We talking about good wages, good jobs, good school systems, plenty love in your community. You feel what I'm saying? In your neighborhood, if that's the best way to say it. Plenty love in your neighborhood. Okay. Right now, my age group, my generation is the how to say this, is the leaders should be, you get me, should be the leaders and the examples in your neighborhoods, in your black neighborhoods, in your minority neighborhoods, in your neighborhoods of wealth. You feel what I'm saying? But are we the best examples? No, we're not. We're not the best examples for the youth that is coming up. We're not. And our reasons for being that, and this is not an excuse, our reasons for being that, we have stood in, growed in, ate in a lot of buffoonery. And throughout the ages, throughout the decades, we feel that this is right. We have grown grudges inside of us against a nation that is not responsible to take care of you. That's number one. Is not responsible to take care of you. At the age of 18, your parents are not responsible to take care of you anymore. Anymore. There's nothing they have to do for you. Nothing. Get it? One more thing I want to say. You got what I'm saying? Now, when I get into the fact about these hotels have structured, and when you look at the fruit of America, you get what I'm saying? If you never researched another country, if you have never lived in another country, you will never understand how beautiful America is. And I say this to you again. Africa, Kemet, had the biggest dynasty on this rock. Had the biggest civilization on this rock. They had an army that back in those days before Christ, we could refer to them as a super power. So when I say this country forged their ways off the structuring of what these hotels has done in Kemet, I say this to you once again, you know what I mean? You can participate in the BS, you get me? You can participate in the BS, or you can speak up and stand against the BS. We understand the results of what happened in Kemet, right? So what do you think going to happen in America if you do not stand up for America? Look, you've been with the nasty pastor. I'm out, and I love you.